Hi. Welcome. We're just going to have a nice, fun little paint and chat session today. Now, there's a lot of you out there that have always wanted to learn to paint, and there might just be some of you that have really wanted to learn to paint for a long time, but you just haven't got started for whatever reason. Because maybe you feel a bit intimidated, or maybe you're feeling a little bit insecure about the results that you might get and how your art might turn out. Maybe you're even feeling a little bit like, that you have to be born with talents and gifts in order to be any good at painting. And I'm here to tell you that nothing could be further from the truth. All right. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about that while I just randomly make up a painting. Now, unfortunately, most people who want to learn to paint, they focus on their lack of experience first, but without giving it a go. So, how would you know if you're actually capable of something or if you're any good at it if you don't have a go? And how would you ever find out how much fun it actually is if you don't have a go? So the truth, there's truth in the saying, you don't know until you try, and that's why getting step-by-step guidance from an expert is the best way to learn anything. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that today as I just create randomly while I paint. Now, not focusing on your own, your lack of experience first basically shifts your focus from what you don't know and all the thoughts that make you worry you'll mess up to taking that first step towards what you want to learn. And it is the only way to learn. You will never learn anything if you don't shift your focus and stop thinking about, the things that you don't know, because that'll just block your thinking and block you ever taking that first step. And this principle applies not just to learning to paint, anything you want to learn. You just have to begin, and with the right people showing you how and a bit of practice, you will automatically learn and you'll get better at it, and you'll grow your confidence, and you'll be creating gorgeous art before you know it. I'm just painting randomly today, just making stuff up as I go along. Now, if you don't know me and you haven't seen me online before, I'm founder of Heart for Art and creator of Paint Club. I help people with limited or no art experience overcome all the challenges of learning to paint, and so you can have fun and grow your confidence. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can do that today. So go ahead and give me a like or a heart, or give me an emoji of whatever you're feeling today, or just leave a comment and say hi. If you're here or if you're watching on replay, thanks for joining me on live or on replay. Either way, I'm going to talk you through some stuff today and just paint and have a little bit of creative fun while I do. So for today's episode of Hearty Tips with Silka, I want to share four easy steps to get you from unsure, maybe doubting what you're capable of, to on your way to creating gorgeous paintings. And you will be able to do the first two steps by the end of this video. And the best part is that what I'm going to share with you today, these steps work for anything, not just painting. This is anything you want to learn in life. These steps are applicable and work for whatever you want to learn. So I always struggle to paint and talk at the same time, because you get lost in painting, and that's the beauty of it. So before we start, do consider subscribing so you can keep up to date with all my free tutorials and videos. They're all designed to give you all the skills and knowledge you need to help you find and grow your creative skills and your confidence. If you're watching on Facebook, click the follow button, and if you're and set your notifications to get all the updates. And if you're on YouTube, it's what is it? The little bell, isn't it? Click the little bell, subscribe and click the little bell. Now, I wanted to share today with you because just this week I had someone tell me that they were afraid to try painting in case they mess up. And on the same day, I had someone else let me know that they were scared of not getting it right and making a big mess on the canvas. Now, doubt happens to be the one thing I hear the most from people as to why they don't start painting, because they doubt their own capabilities and their own abilities. And it's such a shame, because if you know how to get over that, and it is super easy, then you would just be so capable of doing so much more. And it's easy once you know how. Because if we stay focused on what we're currently not able to do, maybe worrying that if we try, we might not get it right, or it might not work for me, or I won't be any good at it, we would likely never try anything new, and we would therefore never learn anything new. And where would we be if we never expanded our knowledge and learnt new stuff? Just going to try a splash of white in there just because I'm making this up as I go along. I have got a finished idea in my head, but I'm kind of improvising as I go. So yes, we'd never learn anything new if we stayed focused on what we're not able to do, and we'd miss all the fun and joy of the new thing we might be learning, and we'd miss all the benefits it could add to our life, like lots of more enjoyment, boosted happiness, and more confidence. So step one, first thing you need to do if you want to learn to paint or learn anything that you've never done before, step one is to stop focusing on what you don't know. The simple truth is the only reason we're doubting our abilities is because we don't know how to do it. Makes sense, right? Let me just carry on a bit here. If you think about it, everything you currently know, at some point, you didn't know how to do it. And you had to learn how to do it. And maybe when you first had a go, it might have been a bit scary. But after a while, you've done it a few times. Someone showed you how, had a bit of practice, and then you knew how to do it. Like learning to drive a car. There's so many road rules to learn. There's so many levers and buttons and things in the car that you have to figure out, and you put your windscreen wipers on when you want to indicate and all of that stuff. You have to learn it all. So getting in the car the first time, how on earth would you ever know how to do it if you didn't have a clue, if you'd never driven before? All that stuff you have to know before you even start moving. And then you have to change gears, and you're bunny hopping all over the place. But once you learn all the rules, and what everything does in the car, and with a bit of practice, eventually you're driving without even thinking about it, and you got good because you learned how to do it. All right. And the simplicity of that is that you bridge the gap between not knowing how to do something over here and knowing how to do something over here. So there's this gap in the middle. You don't know how to do something, you know how to do something. So that gap in the middle, you bridged it by learning how to do it. And that takes us to step 2. The best way to bridge that gap between not knowing how to do something and knowing how to do something is to find someone who is good at what you want to learn and get them to show you. I'm going to just put a splash of blue in here. So yeah, if you want to learn anything, find someone who's good at it and get them to show you. That is the best and easiest way. Back to that driving analogy, if you want to learn to drive, you could try learning on your own, but you'd likely end up doing more bunny hops. And it would take you a lot more trial and error figuring it all out. What do the levers do, etc. And it would take you way longer. But if you got yourself a driving instructor, they'd be able to show you what all the things in the car do. They would be able to correct you if you made mistakes, so you wouldn't be as nervous making mistakes. And it would be a whole lot quicker, and you would learn a lot more, and it would be faster. It would be so much faster. Because getting step-by-step guidance from an expert is the easiest and fastest way to learn anything. Doesn't matter what you're trying to learn, whether you're trying to learn painting or whether you're trying to learn to drive a car or trying to do anything. The easiest and quickest way to learn is to get step-by-step guidance from someone who knows how to do it. All right, makes sense, right? That's why when I teach, I break everything down. I mean, I'm not today. I'm just doing a bit of impromptu, spontaneous painting while I chat. But when I teach a painting, I break everything down into super simple steps. I tell you what brushes, what colors, how to use them, everything. I break everything down so it's nice and easy to follow. And I show you how to fix stuff as well. So you don't have to worry about messing up. You can just relax and enjoy painting, knowing, like my paint clubbers do, that if you just follow the steps, trust the process, you will end up with a painting you're proud of and have a ton of fun while you're doing it. I'm just going to change it up and add a bit more white here. I'm just trying to be a bit moody on this side of the painting. There we go. You might be guessing what I'm going for in the end. Maybe not. We'll see. Like Beverly, who said, and I quote, "When I looked at the blank canvas, I thought, I cannot do this, but it is amazing what happens when you get a bit of guidance from an artist. You surprise yourself at what you can do, and it's so therapeutic." So once she had me showing her how to paint, she was amazed and surprised. And of course, she ended up with a beautiful painting at the end as well. And she realized that it's so much easier when you've got someone showing you how. And Jo, also one of our paint clubbers, she said to me when she first started learning, I was really never sure about how learning to paint would work, whether I had the right stuff and what my painting would turn out like. After my first tutorial with Silke, I felt really great. I was so happy with what I had painted and excited to do more paintings. Now, she's been in Paint Club since we very first started, and the amount of stuff she has learnt since starting off as a brand new painter, like she just said there, you know, that quote from her, she didn't have a clue how it worked, but she jumped in anyway, and now she's learnt so much over the last, I think she's been with me for a year, just under a year. And she's now confident enough, she's learnt enough that she's designing her own paintings, she's tweaking my designs, and she's creating just loads and loads of beautiful stuff. All just because she followed my steps and, you know, took that first step to just have a go. Yep. And that brings me to almost to my next step. I mean, she basically stopped focusing on what she couldn't do, and she got me to show her how to do it, and she got results. All my paint clubbers are getting amazing results. So, you know, I'm going to go back now to all the people who are out there worrying about maybe worrying about messing up. You know, imagine if you never ever had a go, imagine if everyone who ever failed the first time they tried something gave up because it didn't work out perfect. All right. Now, unless you're naturally gifted, whatever you try to learn very first time, there's a jolly good chance you won't get it right first time. And that is quite normal. That is totally and utterly normal. So step three is have a go. If you want to learn anything new, step 3 is have a go. So step 1 is stop thinking about what you don't know. Step 2 is finding someone who knows, who's good at what you want to learn, and get them to show you. And step 3 is have a go and be okay with making a few mistakes. All right. Because like I said, whenever you try anything the first time, you don't know what you're doing. So you're trusting the person who's showing you, and they will teach you, and you just have to try and be okay with making a mistake. It's all going to be okay. So remember the first time you tried to cook, maybe. How did that go? Just ask my mum about the fluffy egg nests. We were at primary school, and they taught us this recipe with egg whites that was supposed to be all fluffed up and Then you put it on toast and you plop the egg yolk in the middle. And yeah, mine was not quite what it was supposed to be like, but it turned out all right. But the point is, have a go, and it's all right if you're not great the first time. Mum was still thrilled and she still ate it. Now the point here I'm trying to make is that I can't cook very well, but I don't need to be a chef to be able to follow a recipe. All right, because when you have a formula, anyone can replicate the results. It's only when you don't have a proven process or steps to follow that you're forced to learn and master those skills on your own. And how long is that going to take? You know, I've tried to learn a few things on my own, just out of stubbornness more than anything. And yeah, you get frustrated and it takes way longer than you ever hoped or imagined. And then eventually you go and find someone who can teach you how to do it anyway. I'm thinking back to, I was trying to get one of those project management tools to help run my business and keep everything going. And I got a really flash fancy one and I tried to learn it on my own. And wow, yep, I was struggling along. And then I found a step-by-step how-to and it told me where to start. And it was like, wow, stubborn me. Why didn't I do this right at the beginning? It would have saved me so much time. Yep. Okay, I wonder if you can guess what it is I'm painting now. Hi, Brenda. Yay, I'm trying this later, tea, and then work tonight. Oh, okay. This isn't meant to be a step-by-step follow along. This is just me having a bit of fun. But yes, if you want to try this later, of course, do have a go. I'm going to switch brushes now for a second. So yes, the key is to have a go, you know, and follow the steps that someone's showing you, and then you'll be more likely to get better results. Which brings me to step 4. Step 4 of learning anything. The best way to get better at anything is practice, practice, practice. There is a reason for the saying, practice makes perfect, and that is because it's true. You know, if you practice, you will learn new skills and techniques along the way. You'll grow your confidence and you'll automatically get better at painting or whatever it is you're learning. I don't know any great artists who were great, you know, the very first time they painted. I mean, there are a few savants out there, but most artists will paint for a long time and practice lots before they get amazing at it. For example, Monet painted hundreds and hundreds of versions of his water lilies before, you know, because he was learning different techniques, painting it in different lights and different colors and just trying different things. And it's the best way to learn is practice, practice, practice. Van Gogh painted his Starry Night, many, many versions of his Starry Night as well. So they knew the value of practice, and while you're practicing, you're learning so much along the way. Every painting you do, every time you practice, you learn new things, you make a few more mistakes, you learn from them, and your confidence grows and you get better. You get so much better at it. So practice is the key to getting good at anything, and that is the main reason I created Paint Club. That's my monthly membership where I teach a new painting every month so my students can have a ton of fun practicing, learning new skills, you know, and new techniques, new brush techniques, color blending, and get better with each painting. And they've come so far already in less than a year. Like I was just saying before, which I might switch to a different color. Paint Club's only been open 10 months. What are we now? July, August, 10, 11 months. So, you know, one painting a month. I've done 10, 11 paintings and I've seen the progress. Okay, I'm painting on a on canvas pad today, and because I'm putting so much paint on, it's getting a little bit curly just with the moisture, soaking up the moisture. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a couple of little bulldog clips. This is a trick I often do. A couple of little bulldog clips, and I'm just going to clip that to the corner. And it holds it in place. These are great, these canvas pads, if you just want to have a doodle or just practice your techniques or anything. They're really good for just having a go, which is exactly step 4. Okay, right, I put a thumbprint on that as well, but it doesn't matter. Where was I? Oh, yes, just randomly creating some fun shapes. Yes, and talking about, it's been such a treat to paint with people in our little paint club community. We've got a private group that we paint in, and just sharing ideas and seeing each other's paintings and just seeing how much everybody has grown through the time we've painted together. It's been absolutely so much fun. And I do try and teach something different every time, and new stuff as well. So they're always learning new techniques and things along the way. Let me just go in here. Can you see what I'm painting now? Can you see what's emerging here? There's a word that's going to come out. I'm sure you can potentially guess what it might be. I might put some more orange in here. I'll switch brushes. Oh, hang on. There we go. A little bit happening in there. Any guesses so far what this might be turning into? Oh, yeah, some splashes of colour on there. Lovely. I'm liking that green and blue happening there. That's nice. I might just put the splash of yellow in here as well. Awesome. What I love about painting is that you can just while away the time when you've got a lot going on in life. You know, sometimes life can get a bit grim and a bit heavy. Pick up a paintbrush and it's forgotten instantly almost. It's just so easy to just lose yourself in your painting. And it's so therapeutic. It's just deliciously therapeutic. I love it. But yes, I was talking about, you know, if you're still a bit nervous about getting started, and I get a lot of people saying, oh, I could never do that. Other people might be able to, but I never could. And it's just you're doubting your own abilities. And honestly, give it a go, and you will surprise yourself with what you can actually do. And it's really not hard when you know, find someone who can teach you. It could be me, it could be anyone. And just have a go. Take that first step and have a go, and then practice. Get a little bit of practice. And the more you practice, the better you will get at it. Anything in life, anything you want to learn, practice, and you will get better at it. And be okay with, you know, messing it up a little bit to begin with. It's all good. So, you know, so what next? I've just told you the steps, and now that you know that getting step-by-step guidance from an expert is the easiest and quickest way to learn anything, including painting. I hope that those steps will help you unlock a super fun way of learning for you, that you can just go out there and be brave and learn loads of stuff, and painting, obviously. I'd love you to learn to paint because it is so much fun. So what next? If you're serious about learning to paint, what I want you to do right now, and if you're ready to take that first step and have a go at learning to paint with me online, here's what I want you to do next. I want you to click on the link in this post and register for my free workshop, okay? It's a free 3-part workshop, and it's all going to be online, and so you can follow along from anywhere. But it's a 3-part online workshop, and it's called How to Paint Your First Masterpiece That You'll Actually Be Proud Of. Okay, so this is for anyone who hasn't painted before, or maybe you have painted before, but you're not getting the results that you want because you're trying to learn on your own and it's just not going the way you want. Then this workshop is for you. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about getting started painting, including what art supplies you need. And you may be surprised how few you need. And I'm going to teach you a step-by-step painting. All right, today I'm not actually breaking the steps down for you. I'm just painting for the therapeutic value because I've had a full-on week so far, so I just needed to pick up a paintbrush and relax. But in the workshop, I'm going to teach you this painting here, and I will break it down step by step. So nice, fun, easy painting. This is the South Island viewed from my house, the hills of Lyell Bay here, and the baby kauri tree in my garden. So I will break this down. I'll tell you how to mix your colors, how to apply your colors, what brushes to use, what colors to use, and I will show you how to paint that in the workshop. Easy as, and it's all step by step, and I will help you overcome any uncertainty you might have and get you painting, and you will be enjoying the buzz of creating your own work of art before you know it. I want a bit more blue over here, just because. Oh, and I have to cover that fingerprint that I put there before, don't I? This workshop, my free workshop, is going to be the fastest way to get set up with the right supplies so you don't end up buying way too many that you don't need. I will tell you exactly what supplies you need, not just for the painting I'm going to teach you, but for, if you want to paint more often, the basic supplies you need so that you don't end up overspending or getting loads of stuff that you don't actually need. And I'm going to help you start getting results. We're going to have some fun painting our painting, and you'll see the possibility of what you can actually achieve, all right? And the best part is it is absolutely free. Yay. Because I want everybody to be able to experience the joy of painting and just the sheer awesome feeling of creating your own work of art and the therapeutic value, and just there's so many good things about painting. Our paint clubbers know. So I want to share that with as many people as possible. I want to teach the world to paint, essentially, and I'm going to do that one workshop at a time. Hey, I forgot the middle of my E. Okay, you must be able to see the word now. I'm just cleaning up my edges. Now, you can try and paint around the letters, but sometimes it's easier to just paint them in later, which is what I'm doing now. Except I forgot the middle of my E. So, yes, if you want in on the free workshop, just click on the link in the post to reserve your seats, and I will see you in there. If you're already in there, yay! I cannot wait to share all the fun and enjoyment of painting with you. Sometimes when I'm doing the little bits, I have to concentrate and I can't talk. But yes, the workshop's going to be so much fun. I mean, there's already so much that I'm planning to pack into it, but I'm going to be adding stuff all the time, and even probably while we're doing the workshop, I'll be adding stuff, and I'm going to give you lots of free resources. I might even give away some prizes as we go as well. I don't know why I put that little flick in there. I quite like that. So yes, in the workshop, it's filling up fast though, so make sure you don't leave it too long. You want to get over there today and get yourself registered, because there is a limit on how many people I can have in the workshops. So make sure, I haven't used magenta. Make sure you get yourself in there before we're all full up, so you don't miss out and miss painting our beautiful sunset and just all the fun of painting, really. Ooh, yay, liking this magenta splash that I've just added. Woohoo. Let's put some up there as well. Clean my brush first. Yeah, I might like a nice big splash of that, actually. Boom. Yeah. Take a bit of that over there. I'm literally just letting the paint flow by itself. Maybe go in there a little bit as we chat, and let you imagine what you can achieve if you just follow those 4 steps that I just talked about. All right. So let me sum them up for you. Hang on. I've just got to do something else first. I need a dot on the eye. That's better. Yeah. And maybe clean up that edge a little bit. Imagine what you could achieve if you took that first step and put all of your doubts behind you. You know, imagine. I'm quite liking where this is going, but I think I want a little bit more, a few more splashes of white in here just to make it really pop. Yeah. Boom. Look at that. A few little splashes of white. And then dull it back a little bit. Awesome. Maybe even some red on top. Yeah. I love layering colors. It's fun. Okay. But I do have to go and have some dinner at some point. So I will stop there. So if you want to learn anything, all right, including learning to paint, the steps I shared today apply for all of them. So step 1 is to stop focusing on what you don't know and bridge the gap from not knowing to knowing. All right, bridge that gap so you end up knowing what you want to learn. Best way to do that is step 2 is find someone who is good at doing what you want to learn and get them to show you. Because as I've demonstrated, getting step-by-step guidance from an expert, I use that driving example and cooking, getting step-by-step guidance from an expert is the easiest and quickest way to learn. So if you want to learn to paint, I have helped thousands of people who have never held a paintbrush before paint gorgeous paintings. So, you know, I think I qualify as a go-to person if you want to learn to paint, and I would be absolutely honored. I would be absolutely honored to teach you because it's fun. And step 3 is to have a go and accept that you will make a few mistakes, that it's going to be okay. And step 4 is to practice. The more you do anything, the more you'll learn it and the better you'll get at it. So by just watching this video, well done. You have already, oops, that was a bit of a big blob of yellow. You have already completed step 1 and 2, hopefully. All right, you put your doubts behind you. The fact that you're watching means that you are potentially keen to learn, and you've already found me who can show you how to paint. So well done. Step 1 and 2 already done. And if you're ready to have a go, the quickest and easiest way, like I said, is to jump onto my free 3-part workshop where I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about getting started painting and get you painting. And I'm going to help you get the right supplies. And I'm going to show you how to paint this as well. All right, lovely little sunset. It's easier than you think, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. And I'll be sharing so much more in the workshop. You will not want to miss it. So go and head over to the link. Oops, sorry, I just bumped you. Head over to the link and on the post, it's in the post, and go and follow it and get your spot before it fills up. I cannot wait to just help you on your creative journeys. You know, get you started on your creative journey if you haven't yet. Or help you along on your creative journey if you have started and you're getting stuck, maybe trying to learn stuff on your own. Oh no, I want some yellow in there. Yeah, boom, a little splash of yellow. Lovely. So I've been a bit distracted talking today. That's how lovely. That's how much I enjoy painting. I get lost in it a little bit. Now, when I'm teaching, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not making it up as I go along. So it is a lot more coherent. But yes, I just want you to experience all the joy and healing of art as well. And if there's anyone else, you know, who wants to learn to paint, if maybe they've been thinking about it and they've been not, you know, hesitant to have a go, do share this with them. Let them know about the workshop. You know, pass this on. Get them to maybe sign up to the free workshop with them. You know, it's all online. So if you've got some girlfriends, you can go to a person's house, have a glass of wine while you watch and paint and listen. It's all fun and it's all going to be easy and you're going to love it and learn heaps. I cannot wait. So don't miss out. Don't leave it too long till we're too full. Go and grab yourself a spot now. The link is in the post. My end's a bit bumpy there. The link is in the post. Go follow it and grab your spot now. Thank you so much for watching. See you later. I'm going to carry on maybe doing this or maybe go and cook some dinner. We'll see. But I hope that's been helpful. I hope those 4 steps to learning anything have been really, really helpful and help you learn stuff. And I hope to see you behind a paintbrush very, very soon. Have a great rest of the week. Bye.